coming to you first, Hollywood, since outside of Ricardo's parents, you are his #1 fan. How are you feeling right now?
I'm happy for him. Like you could just almost see it in his eyes, the relief of just finally getting a goal, but also just being in and around the box, being busy, contributing to a team. I think there's more than just the goal that goes into that. It's just getting the honest minutes, feeling like he's back. He just looks like his body language was completely different, and I think that's a great sign for the future. Yeah, I'm stoked about him. By the way, on Clay Coleman, for those that don't know him, you should go look him up because he's got a sick tattoo that says 90 minutes, no excuses.
Clay Coleman is another level.
That's a real tattoo, and I remember seeing it, and I was just like, yeah, man, you got this. You got this.
You got this. It's kind of in the Troy Dyack vibe of defenders. All right, Charlie, let's talk about Ricardo Pepi. Do you feel like he starts now against Japan? Because he finally scored, baby. He got that confidence boost from getting into camp, and I don't know. Are you gonna give him the nod? Or is it Jesus Ferreira? Is it Josh Sargent?
You both know Jesus Ferreira is gonna start. Come on now. But it is great to see a player bounce back with an opportunity. I think what still isn't sitting well with me is the fact that Jordy Pefok is not in camp. He keeps scoring goals. I mean, we talk about strikers and what they bring to a team, right? I think he's so different and he's performing at such a high level. This isn't the rec league. He's on the top team of the Bundesliga. This isn't even a relegation team and he's the go-to guy. He's on the top team in the Bundesliga as a striker scoring goals. How are you not included? I don't care if there's certain things that you're not doing.
Hey, well. Jimmy, I don't think Charlie was this mad last week. I don't think he was this mad this week. Now he's heated.
Now I feel
another
like
diving header.
He's got a bone
still
to pick
doing
right
it. Yeah, I mean, he's still doing it. He's still doing it.
Charlie, do you want to borrow my phrase or not? You got to be P-fucking kidding me, okay? You got to be P-fucking kidding me. That Jordy Pefok is not in this camp. And to borrow a phrase from The Big Lebowski, one of my favorite movies, this aggression will not stand, man. Okay, Pefok scored again this weekend. As Charlie mentioned, Union Berlin is on top of the table. Dude has 3 goals and 2 assists in 6 Bundesliga games. I feel like if Gregg doesn't take him,
he's got to take him.
It's the vibe. It's got to be vibes because his form is undeniable. It's got to be about the vibes.
I know we're on Pepi, but like he has to, right? But like to me, I think about this and I go, you've had 2 years to do the whole like I'm gonna get another look at somebody, right? Like this, I need to see Sargent in camp again because he's making his form again. Why would Pefok not be in camp? You don't have to play him. Put him at 26. Make him number 26 and say that you're a circumstantial guy. You get 10 minutes. I'm going to give you 10 minutes when my gut tells me. But why is he not in camp? And he made this comment. There was a comment recently, right, that he said where it's like somebody had asked him if Gregg Berhalter was going to be watching him over the weekend, and he said he would be shocked if he was or something like that. I got to go look it up because I don't want to misquote it, but it was something in that vein of taking a shot ultimately on that, and it just blows my mind that this is the case.
And Gregg, the camp is in Germany, so Gregg could have gone and seen this game in Berlin if he wanted to, and he could watch it on TV, sure, but somebody maybe was there from the staff.
Like I said the last time when we talked about this, I see him going to Germany. Like, I don't see him being left off the World Cup roster. He might not be in this camp, and they talked about getting players an opportunity to see them, and they know exactly what Jordan Pefok brings to the table. He's going to the World Cup. If he's scoring like this and he's consistent, there's no way he's left off the roster. You need an X factor, especially someone who's doing it. I mean, if you're talking about, I saw a comment, he's our Chicharito. No, he's not, because he's never done anything to the federation, to the coach, to disrespect them as far as we know.
That's why I'm saying it has to be the vibes. If he doesn't go, it's because of the vibes. Like he's not bringing something to the team off the field.
You're saying he's taking away from the team.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing as John Brooks. Something happened between Brooks and Berhalter, and it's the vibes.
Let's present a scenario, right? It's got to be the vibes. And here's what I'm saying. John Anthony Brooks or Tim Ream could be very useful in closing out 10 minutes defensively, in the same way that Jordan Pefok can be useful in trying to create chances in the final 10 minutes, right? Circumstantially, I would love to put in a big 6'5" center back that's great in the air, that can win the ball, that's left-footed in a natural position. If you're going to drop 5 back or just close out a game, I would love that as a circumstance. But obviously, it's the vibes. There's something bigger than that, because you can't tell me John Anthony Brooks last season wasn't good enough. Now, maybe he doesn't fit the system of being a starter in your team, but you can't tell me that he's not one of your guys that you could throw in circumstantially, knowing you got 26 players, you know?
So Charlie, let's talk using that and what you said before. Do you think there's a Hunger Games type thing going on between Sergeant Pepi and Ferreira to see, and then Pefok's already in? Like Gregg's already decided that Pefok is in. And so now I just got to figure out I got to figure out the other two, but he could take all four.
Yeah, he could take all four. I think he should take 4 strikers to the World Cup. I think you take 4 strikers. Let's be honest. In terms of wingers and midfielders, you expect 90 minutes out of Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, and most likely Yunus Musa if he's playing. And if he's not, it's Brent Aronson. These are guys you expect to go 90, and unless there's a circumstance where they're injured or something, you're going to sub them. Wingers, Christian Pulisic most likely is playing 90 unless he, for whatever reason, it is just not fit enough because he's not playing enough minutes, right? So that then the worry is, okay, maybe he doesn't have 90 minutes for 3 group stage games.
You know what, though, Charlie? Hold on. Charlie, real quick on that. In theory, I think the same thing. But Jimmy, you guys had a starting 11 in 2006, but you didn't use that for all 3 games. I don't even think even close to that. 2010, I think you go through almost 20 of 23 players or 21 of 23 players played in the last 3 World Cups or something, like some absurd number. I'll look at the exact fact. Players do get used beyond those starting 11s, and there is, what I've seen at least historically, rotation. Even though we've had what I think is our starting 11, do you think this group is different because it has been more of a cohesive starting 11 that you're going to go with it versus in the
younger,
past we have?
And the age. I mean, you're not dealing with 30, 32, 33, 34-year-olds. These are 18, 19, 20, 23, 24. So if you're talking about players who can actually go back to back games, that's a reality.
Good shout.
I think when you're talking about adjusting to matches, if you go and win Wales and beat Wales in the first game,
you're not going to make too many changes.
You're going to stick with that lineup. You're going to give yourself an opportunity to say, hey, we're going to, unless you say we're going to change tactics completely against England and throw things off. Maybe we can afford to put on a few more players who are better defensively.
Or yellow card troubles, you could be protective of scenarios.
That's the Iran game for me. The last game is going to be the yellow card troubles.
Well, in the Iran game, that's a game where you want creative playmakers and guys who are more apt to be able to grind and
break
deal with
down a low block.
Right.
Yeah. Right. All right. So yeah, interesting times. Jordy Pefok clearly making it a tough decision for Gregg Berhalter, or not. I guess he might have already made up his mind.